Hey, so some people like to distract themselves with reading. Maybe you're having a bad day and you just want to get away from it. Maybe there's a problem or an issue that you want to just take a break from. Or maybe you're just having like a bad day, you're in a bad mood and you want to get away from yourself, get into a different person's perspective, so you just want to read a book and distract yourself. I am not one of those people. I really, or very occasionally will do that, but for the most part, I only read when I'm feeling healthy and when I'm feeling good. Reading, for me, is like a really healthy thing. I mean, first of all, you're basically making yourself smarter. I now have a comprehensive knowledge of chemistry. But really, though, reading does make you smarter. It makes you see different perspectives, it makes you learn new words, new phrases. I mean, I am still proud of the fact that I learned, when I was learning or something, the word engulfed. And I, to this day, am still proud that I use it in everyday sentences. Am I seriously gonna engulf some more Nutella? Yes. I mean, sort of proud. I'm like just a little bit proud. I also normally sit in my chair over there and have tea, which means good posture, and also the tea is replacing the snacks that I would probably had. Also, you can't really eat when you read books, which is not the case when I'm watching TV, binge watching TV. That's another story. Oh, such a good episode. Don't judge me. So normally when I'm reading, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling healthy, sort of, kind of. But the last week I've been reading a lot, or the last week or so, and that is strange because I have not been feeling great. The last week or so I've been frustrated and annoyed, and every day after the other just goes wrong, and I'm late for things, and just it's not been great. I mean, my laptop broke and I had to take it to the Apple store and leave it there overnight. How did you binge watch TV shows? Don't worry, I had my iPad. Oh, okay, that's good. I almost had to engulf some more Nutella. So it looks like I can now avoid my problems with not only TV and movies, but also with books. Yes. If you haven't discovered your ability, I'm here to help. I have some recommendations for books that are great at distracting you. And yeah, let's get into the recommendations! First we have some love. A cute romance or love story is always great to distract yourself with. You have the audibly awing. You have the anticipation of what's going to happen, when are they going to kiss, when are they going to touch each other, when are they going to do something, talk to each other, look at each other, whatever it is. Anticipation, it's great. And then you have like the spastic attacks where you can't handle how adorable they are. They're just too adorable. A book that is super adorable is Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. I always have trouble saying that last name and it's not that hard. But yeah, I love that book. It was so much fun to read, so enjoyable, so adorable. The main voice of the main character was so authentic and easy to connect to. It was such a great book, and the romance was so cute and so lovely and so adorable. Definitely recommend. Another romance that I read like a couple days ago actually is The Duff by Cody Keplinger. I finally read this book. It was amazing. I really liked it. It was just so much fun, and it was actually the day that I had to take my laptop away, so it was super distracting. Great to have with me and to just dig into, and the romance was cool, and the main character's voice again was really easy to connect to and to just kind of listen to and just experience life through her eyes. It was great. Love it. Love is great. Love it. Love the love. Then we have books with action and intensity. These are great because they suck you in or can suck you in immediately, and it's even better if they suck you into a different fantastical world like Iona, or Eon does. Eon and Iona are a duology by Alison Goodman. I love this book. It is so action-packed and so intense. I actually was like walking around when I was reading this because I couldn't sit still, and I love it because it's both intense and action-packed, but it's still intricate, and the detail and the culture that is in this book and just everything that went into it, the research that must have gone into it is amazing. It is just so intense! Tone it down just a little bit. A book that hooked me immediately was Angelful, and also rolled off to the second book in the series by Susan E. It is amazing. One of my favorite books ever. I love it so much. The best angel book. Yeah, the best angel book there is. I love it so much. I mean, I haven't read all the angel books, but it's amazing. You should definitely check it out if you haven't. And End of Days. End of Days comes out this year, which I'm super excited about. This book was so awesome. The characters, they are so awesome. The mom is my favorite. I love her. That's probably unhealthy, but it's great, and she's great, and I loved it, and it was one of those books where you just can't put it down, and it's so interesting the whole way through, and it just never felt like tiresome. It was just awesome. Awesome. So awesome. So awesome. Okay, calm down. Some other action and intense books that I would recommend are this book, Cinder and the Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer, and then also Poison Study by Marie V. Snyder, and then Saga Volume 1 by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples. Cinder is just so awesome. It's a fairy tale retelling about Cinderella, and it's like in this different sci-fi-ish world. It's like sort of dystopian, or like I don't know, there's like robots or cyborgs. Cinder, or Cinderella, the character in the story, the main character, is a cyborg, and it's super cool, and it's one of those books that I just could not stop reading, and I needed to know what happened next. And it was one of those books where you're like turning the page before you finish the page because you need to like see what happens next. It was amazing. The next one, Poison Study, is one of my favorite books of all time as well. It's a fantasy book, and it's about a girl who's going to be executed at the very beginning of the book. That's what's happening. And she gets sort of a choice to either die or to become a poison taster for the kingdom that she's in, that she's being captured by. And she obviously decides to become a poison taster because Poison Study, and it's amazing and just so interesting. I loved it. And then of course Saga by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples. Just graphic novels are great. Graphic novels are something you can get into easily, and this is my favorite. It's amazing, and just action from the very beginning. Yes, definitely recommend. Definitely action. So much awesome intensity in action. Much better. And then we just have the generally good books. Maybe the writing style is really good, or maybe the setting is really interesting and amazing, or the characters are compelling. Then we just get into them and we just enjoy them. A book that I like that is really awesome when it comes to the setting and also when it comes to the characters is I Capture the Castle. I love this book. It's one of my favorite books. It sort of reminds me of Jane Eyre. Someone actually recommended it to me because I like Jane Eyre so much. And it is amazing. It's just the setting. Crumbling Castle. I mean, it's awesome. Another book is The Collected Works of A.J. Fikry by Gabrielle Zevin. This is set in a bookstore. I mean, just what more could you want? It's amazing. Maybe a bookstore and a crumbling castle. It's amazing. I love the protagonist. The characters are really interesting, and they sort of have like a journey with books that happens. Like, you know, they sort of have a growing relationship with books, which is really cool to see, and I really enjoyed it. Another book is The Diviners by Libba Bray. This is set in 1920s New York. I mean, another just so awesome. I love it. I love it. It's the cat's meow, and the characters are really cool, and it's really dark, and there's like murders and everything and mystery. Really cool. Such a well-written book. Libba Bray is such a great writer. And of course I had to include The Child Thief by Bram. This is a Peter Pan retelling, and it's also my favorite book ever. It is amazing. The characters are so interesting, so diverse, so complex. The setting is really dark and creepy, but also magical. It's amazing. I definitely recommend it. It's my favorite book. And yeah, those are all my recommendations. So now you have some awesome books to distract yourself, and if you have any recommendations or any books that you love to distract yourself with, or that you find really awesome and really just draw you in, leave them in the comment section below. And I'm also really curious, do you read more if you're feeling good and feeling healthy, or do you read more when you're not feeling so great, when you want to like distract yourself or get away from things? Tell me that in the comment section as well. And yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Bye! If anyone tells me this is Nutella, not Nutella, I'm gonna have to engulf some Nutella. Nutella. My goodies, my goodies, my goodies, my goodies. Do I look cool? Yes. That's what I thought. Oh no. This popcorn is delicious.